xpeng is currently up 40% today. Nio is up over 17%. Li Auto up over 17%. What a crazy day. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. And today we are taking a look at the insanity that is the Chinese EV market. We're going to take a look. We're ultimately going to try and ask ourselves the question, should you be trying to ride this train? Why is it happening? That's ultimately what we want to find out. Why are these EV stocks going up? Considering that only earlier on in the week, it was looking like absolute doom and gloom. And, should you be trying to get on the bandwagon or stay far away? That is the objective of today's video. And that is what we're going to be speaking about. And trust me, I got some juicy insight and information for you guys today. Before we get into that juicy insight and information, can I please ask you to hit that even juicier like button? Helps me out so much. I really do appreciate all of you. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you are in any of these Chinese EV companies. Me personally, the only one is Nio, so it's nice to see that pop. I made a video on them only yesterday or 2 days ago, something along those lines. And please, my friend, do subscribe if you are indeed new around here. Helps me out big time. I appreciate all of you. Okay, so obviously we look at xpeng, and that's the one that's up 40%. So that is the one that I want to speak about first of all. And it is the important one because things happened today that have led to this EV boom for the Chinese EV stocks. And there is one thing, well, two things that could happen tomorrow that could lead to this further going up massively, or else we could see double-digit red days for all of these stocks tomorrow very easily, in my opinion. So Chinese EV maker xpeng pops 40%, let's say, despite posting wider than expected loss. Deliveries expected to fall. So why would a company go up this much off what looks like an absolutely terrible earnings report to the naked eye? It literally comes down to this. The company signaled it could see a bottoming of falling deliveries. Now again, in the video I've made the last 2 or 3 days even, we've been speaking about Chinese EV stocks a bit, and everything that's going on over there, the Roni policies that are absolutely insane. There's protests everywhere, there's uproar essentially. And that has led to, a lot of bad things for Chinese stocks altogether. Not just your EVs, but your Alibabas, your JDs as well. But we really have seen a lot of EV companies take a hit. There has been random factory shutdowns for Nio. We've seen it with xpeng as well. You will have seen it with Li Auto if you're following them. Literally all across the board, which makes it very, very difficult to raise a solid business, especially when you're, pre-profitable. So despite the fact that they posted a wider than expected loss and their revenue fell short of expectations, thanks to supply chain issues, rising competition, and a tougher macroeconomic environment, they still popped because people are beginning to believe this could be the bottom. Now, obviously, these stocks have already been hammered to the ground, so you may think to yourself, well, what if it isn't the bottom? How much further can they go down? I think some people are starting to finally see value in a lot of these plays that have gone down 60, 70, even 80%. And so if they think that the bottom is near, then of course it's going to be a good time for those people to buy. But when you look at some things that were said here, they delivered 29.5k vehicles in the third quarter, 15% more than the same period last year, but it was a 14% decrease from the second quarter. Now, the company expects to deliver between 20 and 21,000 of its cars in the fourth quarter, which is a year-over-year decrease of approximately 50-ish%. So you can see there that things are looking tough in the short term. xpeng executive also said the company is operating with severe constraints, referring to Roni lockdowns across China. And Gu said xpeng is also going through a new product replacement cycle. So some of the older product that has not been upgraded or modified in over a year is facing pressure. So there is a slowdown in order products being sold. And just one quick thing, China reopening hopes are on the rise. Okay, this is an important one. Select consumer discretionary stocks showed gains on Tuesday, and we see it again today amid an incremental increase in enthusiasm over China backing away from a zero Roni policy to reel in excessive restrictions and reopen the economy. This is what all of the people have been waiting to hear. Chinese health authorities also reported early on Tuesday an important increase in senior vaccination rates. So yeah, I mean, this is the exact piece of news people ever wanted to read in regards to EV stocks. But guys, here is what's potentially going to be the biggest thing that could make or break Chinese EV stocks tomorrow, in my opinion, at the very least. On December 1st, Nio, xpeng, and their Chinese EV startup peer Li Auto are set to report November sales. Okay, Chinese EV giant bbby should follow within a couple of days. Now, these numbers are more than likely not going to be good, and that's why I do believe that there may well be a pullback. But it's hard to know. That pullback could already be priced in, because you don't need to be a genius to know that with factory shutdowns, There are going to be targets being missed all across the board. It just depends what way the market reacts tomorrow, in my personal opinion. But I don't see people being too happy when the numbers come out. And if they are any worse than expected, because it's tough to make an accurate estimate when we don't know exactly how long and how many factories have been shut down. It depends if it's going to be better or worse than what people expect at this stage. So just keep your eyes peeled, my friends. We might see a crazy day again tomorrow for Chinese EV stocks in particular. I don't think it'll affect, the majority of US ones. Retail NEV sales are expected to reach 600,000 in November. The China Passenger Car Association estimates that would be up 58.5% versus a year ago. And keep in mind, last year the growth was absolutely immense as well. So the growth is still there overall, and also up about 8% from October. Now again, it is tough to know if this is going to be accurate or not. We're going to have to wait and see. Unlike BYD, the startups all saw October sales fall versus September amid lockdowns. So new energy vehicles include all-electric, hybrid, and fuel cell vehicles. Historically, okay, and this is an important point as well, car sales in China have picked up strongly in the year-end months. And this isn't just in China, this is in the US as well. We used to always speak about this. Q4 is generally a good one for EV stocks, and Q3 is generally the second best one. Now, that's not a hard rule, of course, by any means. There's a lot of outside external factors there, but, it's a rule of thumb. He expects new models, including Nio ET5 and Li L8 and N9, to boost November sales. We're just going to have to wait and see now. I'm excited for tomorrow. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be interested in Nio in particular. It's probably the most popular of the three here. And look, there they are. Since they're up another percent, I'm surprised to see everybody holding so strong. Where were we? Nio expects to deliver 43 to 48,000 EVs in Q4, up 72 to 92% versus a year earlier. It would also be up 36 to 52% from Q3. Now, this is the thing, guys. I don't see a world in which this happens now because of the shutdowns. These numbers weren't put out there with the shutdowns. You can see how quickly the market reacts well. The market reacts well to good news, such as, XPeng saying that they might be seeing a bottom in falling deliveries. But what has the last year shown us? How fast the market can change to bad news. So just as quickly, if Nio give us an update on the next earnings call, or even tomorrow when they give an updated figure on actual vehicles sold, that is why I believe we could see some red. Just as quickly as things go up, they go down in this current market. Now, the funny thing is, guys, people will look at Nio going up 18% in the day and think, wow, a pullback has to be inevitable. But when you look at the short-term chart, it doesn't look that way whatsoever. There is a gap created, so, more than likely, yes, it will be filled in. We saw it happen back here last time we hit support levels. We went up, gap, it was all looking beautiful. Resistance turned us away, and boom, it led to this sell-off. But the RSI is not even at overbought levels yet. There still could well be a little bit more upward movement here. And who knows where that line ends. If we get good Nio news tomorrow, it could possibly push all the way back up towards that resistance. We're just going to have to wait and see at this stage. And who knows, that could be the start of a nice little W for Nio. We're going to have to wait and see, though. In regards to the others, if we take a look at XPEV, this chart is a big juicy green boy. But again, look at how much they have come down since just July, my friends. That 40% move doesn't even make much of a dent on the chart just yet. That is why I'm saying these stocks are so beat up that days like this aren't unfathomable and don't actually have to mean all of that much in the grand scheme of things. Doesn't mean that a stock has to necessarily see a 20-30% pullback the very next day. You might say it's unhealthy. Yes, it is unhealthy, but a lot of this price action from start to finish has been extremely unhealthy as well. But my friends, that is why the Chinese stocks are going in the direction they're going. That's why they're going absolutely crazy. And that's why I think, personally, tomorrow they're going to go crazy as well. I just think it's a flip of a coin, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for us investors or for any traders out there. But if you have watched all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. I really do appreciate you. From the bottom of my heart, your support means the world to me. Please do again like if you got some value from this video and you haven't liked yet. Subscribe if you're new around here and drop me a comment. All of that helps so much. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day, my friends. I'm going to see you for another video very soon. Peace.